Hey everybody, Luminestra here. So the new patch notes just dropped for Warzone Reloaded Season 1. I'm going to try to cover everything as fast as possible because there is a lot of stuff. First thing they're doing is they're bringing in a limited time event, pretty much Rocket League. They're calling it the Cup mode, but same situation. You get into vehicles, you try to score goals. For most players, from the 15th to the 19th, you're going to get double XP for everything. PlayStation players get it a day early, so the 14th. Shipment is officially coming in, and they're going to be introducing a Naughty List for Christmas shipment edition. We're not sure what that's all about, but look out for that. Next, they're bringing in the Season 1 raid. So what it is you have a 3-man team. There's no matchmaking, so you have to find your own team to go in. You have to gain a key card. That key card allows you to get into the raid. The key card that you get only allows you to get in for 1 week, so after that, you're going to have to get another one. 3 ways to get the key card. First is in the DMZ mode. You have to use the final chopper extract, and you have to get out with $30,000, and you're going to get the key. Just placing top 20th in any Warzone content, and completing specific challenges in special ops or multiplayer. When you go into a raid, only one person needs the key, so not all 3 of you need it. The raid's going to be a mix of combat and puzzles in order to get to the end. They're going to expand the raids as we go on through different seasons. If you want better kits for the raid, you actually need to play the special ops. Here's their quality of life changes. Thank goodness, now you can finally see how much time you have left when you pop an XP token. About time. XP tokens can be equipped while you're paused in-game. You can't accidentally use the double XP tokens during a double XP event. If you're a player that joins into a game and the team's already losing, it's not going to count towards a loss for you. With weapon tuning, they're actually going to show you an icon now, so you don't have to hover over it to see the tuning option. They're all going to have the little icon so you can see which one's able to be tuned and not tuned. Finishing moves now count towards your daily challenges. And then like little changes, so operator BIOS no longer cuts off partway through. You acquire a new blueprint, you're going to get a little dot associated with that in the gunsmith, so you know you have a blueprint for it. You're no longer going to see a black screen during purchasing any COD points. Various issues with attachments and weapons, unlocking and progressions are going to be addressed, including stats that you get to see. And they've added a toggle/hold for the ping wheel. So for social showcase and channels in general, there's going to be a couple of changes that you're going to go see. I'm not going to read through them all, but the main changes are you're going to be able to merge the hub and your friends tab together. The grid's going to look different when you're searching for people. They've fixed the invite glitches where you weren't able to invite before. Those are like the main things that they've done. They've added the ability to send a bunch of friend requests, so that's really cool. They've also added a new social feature that allows you to create communities. Weapon balancements. So the akimbo pistols that were broken, the X12s, the Basilics, and the GS50, they all got damage reduction against armor, so they have been nerfed. The XM9 using a 32 mag has been buffed. The 74U has been slightly nerfed. The Castoff 545 has been slightly buffed with a little bit of a nerf towards the hipfire spread. The Vel 47, the hipfire spread has been nerfed, but the range has been buffed. Shotguns. All shotguns have been nerfed that they can't eliminate a player that has full 3 armor. It's no longer a one-shot. Riot shields have been nerfed. It takes 3 shots now to eliminate someone as opposed to 2. And it takes a longer time to switch from your riot shield to your throwing knife, so be mindful of that. There's a few changes to the vehicles. The boats you can't drive up on land as much anymore. Some of the AIs are going to be stronger against vehicles. The ATVs got a little bit of buff, and the heavy choppers now aren't going to create as much damage when they do land. This is a huge change. Now when your teammate is directly in front of you, their nameplate's actually going to disappear, so you're not accidentally mistaking an enemy for your teammate. This is huge. Portable raiders can now stick to vehicles. Really cool. Speaking of tuning, it looks like they've buffed tuning and decreased the negative stat that you're getting, but increased the positive stat that you're choosing. Thermal sights are actually going to have a farther distance, so you're going to be able to see the enemy from further away. The Rose Skin 3.0, so the LA Thieves skin, has been nerfed. They say they fixed some audio bugs, but we'll see about that. Mini Royales are coming back, and they are going to have a maximum of 54 players. Another playlist change. If you were excited that Trio's regular mode was back, well, unfortunately, it's gone again to accommodate for the cup mode. Apparently, they've also increased the lighting and shadowing across all of Al Mazrah. Here's some more great map changes. So there's going to be 5 strongholds instead of just 3 spawning in. They have nerfed the amount of AI going to be at these sites, as well as how hard they hit. They've nerfed the amount of reinforcements that respawn, and they've also doubled the time in between the respawn. So the only thing that they buffed with AI is actually the black sites, where the AI have more armor. But because of that, your reward is that you get twice as far an advanced UAV, and it's about 30% faster. DMZ, there's going to be a change of the value of items. We're still not sure exactly what that looks like, and changes the cash rewards for contracts. They have buffed the container spawn rate, so there's going to be more self-revives, gas masks, fields upgrades in the first kits. They're going to have increased plate carriers, backpacks, field upgrades in the weapon stashes. There's going to be a decrease in electrical components in the computers, decrease of toothpaste in the medical cabinets, and decrease the number of items found in black markets. This is a seriously cool feature. They've allowed this thing called plea for help. If you get eliminated and let's just say your team leaves, you have the ability to request the enemy's help. And if they help you, you join their team. That is so cool. This again, sticking with DMZ, you can now activate from the main lobby XP tokens. Successfully extracting multiple times in a row will provide players with a random perk, which is so cool. And for faction missions, there's now more clarity in the missions. Now equipment. Bomb drones looks like they're coming back, but they're not an insta-down. If you have 3 plates, it will take your entire plates off and give you major critical damage, but it will not one-shot down you. Here are some quality of life changes. This is the ones that we're really excited about. If you go out of bounds, you have 10 seconds to get back in bounds. That time has increased. Munitions. Now it's a pain in the butt when you drop your gun and you drop all the ammo with it. What they're saying is that if you have a stack in your bag and you just walk over the ammo instead of having to look down and pick it up, you'll automatically pick it up, but only if you have a stack in your backpack, so be mindful of that. They're saying with the ground loot that they've made some changes. It's going to be easier to access the ground loot. When you buy a lot of things at the buy station, instead of just dropping right in front of you, now they're going to be spread out around you. When you go into the gulag, now there's going to be an audio alert if your teammate gets the elimination or if your teammate gets eliminated. So this way you have a better knowledge and awareness of who's being eliminated. There's a ton of bug fixes, which include, where people were able to shoot through items, but you weren't able to shoot them, collision issues, nameplate issues, the black screen issues, the going out of bounds, the mispinging items. So sometimes you would ping a loadout and it would ping across the map, just issues like that. You can't use your own finishing move on your teammate in the gulag after you've won it. If you did that, that's hilarious. Some of the big things include for mouse and keyboards, fixing some of the ping issues. This one bug fix, it talks about how when your teammate goes down to show the down in the kill feed. I'm not sure if that's when your teammate gets it down. I would assume that's what it is because we weren't getting the notification in the kill feed that was indeed happening. So I'm hoping that by saying that means that that's fixed. And also for sometimes getting an actual elimination wasn't showing up in the kill feed, they've changed that. Certain exploits were fixed. For example, if you had a revive pistol, some people were able to skip the whole being downed and they would just instantly get revived. So that's being fixed. The ability to get a few different loadouts when you're only completing one black site, that's been changed, or even one stronghold, that's been changed and fixed. A huge heads up for those who are using ATVs and were able to drive off mountain cliffs and take no damage. That has changed and it will take fall damage, so be careful and be mindful of that. There's some fixes with the HUD disappearing, so they've changed that and hopefully that's all fixed for you. There was an issue that was preventing your wins from counting for the Battle Royale mastery, so that has changed and it is counting for that. They've fixed where you crack open a safe cracker and sometimes the loot gets stuck into the walls. Apparently they've fixed that. And then last is just a couple of changes for the DMZ mode. So there was an exploit that you could loot in DMZ and it would count towards your mastery in Warzone. That's been fixed and that doesn't occur anymore. Some blueprints weren't able to be used in DMZ. That's changed. So now you can use them all. The tacticals and lethals weren't counting for the faction missions. That's changed now. Pretty much it's all contracts were being messed up, so it's all about fixing different contracts in game, as well as fixing certain missions that weren't working or weren't appearing and disappearing. So they've kind of done a bunch of fixes for DMZ in that sort of sense. And that's it. That is pretty much all of Reloaded. There's just a bunch of fixes, bunch of changes. There is not as many nerfs as I thought there was going to be. Not as big of changes I also thought there was going to be. But now you know everything that's happening. If you like this video and it was helpful, make sure to give it a like. Comment down below what you think the best change is and maybe what's the worst change is. And don't forget to subscribe because there's going to be a lot more videos coming your way. Thanks for watching.